There are moments in life when everything you once trusted seems to fall apart at the exact same time. The plans you carefully built begin to collapse. The doors you believed would open remain shut, and the people or opportunities you counted on slowly disappear from your path. In those moments, it is easy to believe that something has gone terribly wrong, that somehow you have been forgotten, abandoned, or left behind by the very purpose you once believed guided your life. The silence can feel heavy, the uncertainty can feel endless, and the future can suddenly look like a blank page with no direction written on it. Yet what if the collapse you are experiencing is not the end of your story at all? What if the chaos you see is actually a hidden process unfolding with precise intention? What if the very thing that feels like destruction is the beginning of a transformation far greater than anything you could have imagined? Many people walk through seasons of loss and confusion, believing that they have somehow failed or that life has decided to move on without them. They stare at the broken pieces of what once looked like progress and wonder how everything could unravel so quickly. But the truth is that there is a deeper process taking place beneath the surface, one that cannot always be seen in the moment. God is rebuilding you, not abandoning you. This truth is difficult to hold on to when your circumstances seem to say the opposite, when your reality appears to be filled with setbacks instead of breakthroughs. But rebuilding has always required a season of dismantling. No master craftsman begins the work of perfection without first examining what must be taken apart. When a sculptor looks at a rough block of stone, he does not see destruction when pieces begin to fall away. He sees the shape that is slowly being revealed through careful removal. In the same way, the moments in your life that feel like pieces are being chipped away may actually be the very moments that are revealing the strength and purpose that were hidden inside you all along. It is important to understand that growth rarely feels comfortable while it is happening. Transformation does not announce itself with ease or certainty. More often, it arrives disguised as challenge, confusion, and unexpected change. The job that disappeared, the relationship that ended, the opportunity that slipped through your hands. These moments can feel like personal defeats. But sometimes, what looks like loss is actually the clearing of space for something greater to be built in its place. Think about the process of rebuilding anything meaningful. An old structure that has hidden weaknesses cannot simply be painted over and expected to stand strong for decades. The foundation must be examined, the unstable parts must be removed, and the entire structure must sometimes be taken apart piece by piece so that it can be rebuilt with greater strength and purpose. This is not a sign that the builder has given up on the structure. It is proof that the builder cares enough to rebuild it properly. God is rebuilding you, not abandoning you. Even when you cannot yet see the design that is forming, even when you are standing in the middle of what feels like emotional rubble, there is still a careful hand shaping the process. The problem is that we often judge our lives based on the present moment alone. We see only the missing pieces, the uncertainty, the waiting. We rarely see the preparation that is happening behind the scenes. The truth is that many of the greatest transformations in life begin during seasons that appear completely ordinary or even painful on the outside. A seed buried in the ground looks like it has disappeared, yet beneath the soil, a powerful process has already begun. Roots are forming in darkness long before the first green shoot ever breaks through the surface. In the same way, the season you are in right now may feel quiet, uncertain, or even broken. But hidden beneath the surface of your circumstances, something powerful is being prepared. Strength is forming in places where weakness once lived. Wisdom is growing where confusion once dominated. Paciencias is being built where frustration once controlled your thoughts. These invisible changes are not accidents. They are part of the rebuilding process that prepares you for the future you are meant to step into. When you begin to understand this, something inside you starts to shift. The fear that once dominated your thinking begins to loosen its grip. Instead of seeing every setback as proof that you are moving in the wrong direction, you begin to recognize that some obstacles are actually redirections. Some endings are not punishments, but preparations. The truth is that the most beautiful structures are rarely built quickly. They are designed carefully, constructed deliberately, and strengthened through time and pressure. Your life is no different. The experiences you are walking through right now are shaping you in ways you may not yet understand. Every challenge is teaching you something that comfort never could. Every moment of uncertainty is strengthening a part of you that certainty never develops. Even the silence has a purpose, and as difficult as it may feel to accept, the season that seems the most confusing may one day become the very chapter you look back on and realize it was the moment everything truly began to change. There comes a point in every rebuilding process when the noise of falling pieces becomes louder than the quiet promise of what is being created. This is the stage where doubt begins to whisper its most convincing arguments. You start to question whether the dismantling will ever end, whether the losses mean more than the lessons, and whether the silence you feel is truly guidance or simply emptiness. In the middle of transformation, clarity rarely arrives quickly. Instead, the path often grows darker before the direction becomes visible. This is where many people lose their faith in the process. They mistake the sound of reconstruction for the echo of abandonment. Yet, the deeper truth is that the most critical stage of rebuilding often looks like complete destruction from the outside. When a master craftsman begins restoring something valuable, he does not hesitate to take it apart completely if necessary. Each piece is examined, stripped of what weakens it, and reshaped with precision. The original form may temporarily disappear, leaving behind a scattered collection of parts that no longer resemble what once existed. To an observer who does not understand the process, it might look like the craftsman has ruined the very thing he intended to fix. But the craftsman sees something entirely different. He sees potential where others see damage. He sees the final masterpiece long before anyone else can imagine it. In the same way, the season you are walking through right now may feel like everything familiar has been taken apart. The routines that once defined your days may have changed. The relationships that once surrounded you may have shifted. The direction you once believed was certain may now feel unclear. It is in this exact moment that fear tries to convince you that you are alone in the process. It tells you that the silence means you have been forgotten and that the uncertainty means you have lost your purpose. But that voice is not the truth. God is rebuilding you, not abandoning you. The rebuilding process requires moments when old patterns are broken and old identities are stripped away. Sometimes the person you used to be must be dismantled so that the person you are meant to become can finally take shape. This can feel deeply uncomfortable because familiarity is often mistaken for security. Even when certain habits, environments, or mindsets limit our growth, we cling to them because they are known and predictable. When those things begin to fall away, the mind immediately interprets the change as danger. Yet, what if those losses are not punishments, but necessary steps towards something far greater than the life you previously imagined? Imagine standing in the middle of a building that is being completely renovated. The walls have been opened, The floors are partially removed, and the structure looks unfinished and chaotic. Dust fills the air, tools are scattered everywhere, and nothing resembles the beautiful vision that the architect originally designed. If you walked into that space without knowing the plan, you might believe the building had been destroyed. But the architect understands that every exposed beam and every removed wall is part of the process of creating something stronger, safer, and more magnificent than before. In many ways, your life may feel exactly like that unfinished structure right now. Pieces of your past have been pulled apart. Certain doors have closed. Certain plans have changed without explanation. You may even feel like you are standing inside the ruins of something you worked hard to build. But what you cannot always see is that the design is still in motion. Every delay is refining your patience. Every obstacle is strengthening your resilience. Every unanswered question is preparing you to trust something deeper than your immediate understanding. Suspense lives in this space between dismantling and rebuilding. It is the moment where the outcome is hidden, where the future is still being shaped in ways you cannot yet predict. This is the stage where many people walk away from their own transformation because they cannot tolerate the uncertainty. They would rather return to the familiar limitations of the past than remain in the uncomfortable tension of becoming someone new. Yet the people who eventually step into extraordinary strength are the ones who remain in the process even when the path disappears in front of them. They understand that growth does not follow a straight line. They understand that purpose is often discovered in the middle of confusion, not at the end of certainty. God is rebuilding you, not abandoning you. Even in the moments when nothing seems to make sense, the rebuilding continues quietly in the background. Your character is being shaped in ways that success alone could never accomplish. Your perspective is expanding beyond the boundaries you once believed were permanent. The pressure you feel today is not meant to crush you, but to refine you. Just as fire transforms raw metal into something stronger and more durable, the challenges in your life are shaping a resilience that will one day support the weight of opportunities you cannot yet see. One day, the pieces that feel scattered right now will begin to fit together in ways that surprise you. The confusion will slowly give way to clarity. The waiting will reveal its purpose. And the very season that once felt like the darkest chapter of your life will become the foundation of a strength you never knew you possessed. But for now, the work continues quietly, patiently, and deliberately. The rebuilding has not stopped, even if you cannot yet see the final design. There is a moment in every transformation when the dust begins to settle and the structure that once looked broken starts to reveal a new shape. It does not happen all at once. At first, the changes are subtle, almost invisible. The strength you are been building quietly inside yourself begins to appear in the way you think, the way you respond to challenges, and the way you carry yourself through uncertainty. Situations that once would have shaken your confidence no longer control your emotions. Obstacles that once seemed overwhelming now appear as problems waiting to be solved. This shift does not come from sudden luck or coincidence. It comes from the rebuilding that has been happening in your life all along. The truth is that the process you once feared was preparing you for a level of growth you could not have reached any other way. When you look back at the moments that felt like loss, you begin to realize they were clearing space. When you remember the delays that once frustrated you, you begin to see they were teaching patience and discipline. Even the seasons of silence start to make sense because they forced you to develop a deeper kind of trust that does not rely on immediate answers. Slowly, the perspective that once kept you focused on what was falling apart begins to shift toward what is being built. You begin to recognize that the person you are becoming is stronger than the person you once were. Your resilience has deepened, your understanding has grown, and your ability to endure uncertainty has expanded beyond what you thought possible. This is the moment when a powerful realization begins to rise within you. God is rebuilding you, not abandoning you. What once felt like a painful dismantling was actually the careful work of shaping your future. The weaknesses that once limited you have been replaced with lessons that now guide you. The fears that once controlled your decisions have been challenged by the courage that emerged during your hardest moments. Even your faith has evolved, becoming something more stable and grounded than it was before the storm began. You start to understand that the rebuilding process was never meant to destroy who you are. It was meant to remove the parts of your life that could not support the purpose ahead of you. Just as a master craftsman removes flawed pieces from a structure so that it can stand stronger for years to come, the experiences you have walked through have been shaping a foundation that can carry the weight of greater responsibility, deeper relationships, and more meaningful opportunities. And the beauty of this process is that the strength you gain does not disappear once the rebuilding is complete. It becomes a permanent part of who you are. The patience you developed during the waiting will guide you through future challenges. The resilience you discovered during hardship will remind you that you are capable of far more than you once believed. The wisdom you gain from uncertainty will help you make decisions with clarity and confidence. Every step of the journey has added something valuable to your character. Even the pain has served a purpose by revealing strengths that comfort could never uncover. When you finally begin to see the bigger picture, gratitude slowly replaces the frustration you once felt. You realize that the setbacks you once resisted were guiding you away from paths that were never meant for you. The delays that once seemed unfair were actually protecting you from outcomes that would have limited your growth. The closed doors that once disappointed you were redirecting you toward opportunities that align more closely with the life you are meant to build. In this new understanding, hope begins to grow again. You start to move forward with greater confidence because you now know that even the difficult seasons have meaning. Instead of fearing change, you begin to trust that every challenge carries the potential for transformation. Instead of doubting your direction, you begin to believe that your path is unfolding exactly as it should. The truth becomes clearer with every step you take. God is rebuilding you, not abandoning you. The story of your life is not defined by the moments when everything seemed to fall apart. It is defined by the strength you discovered while learning how to rise again. Every challenge you have faced has been shaping a future that is stronger, wiser, and more purposeful than the past you once held on to. The rebuilding continues with every new experience, every new lesson, and every new opportunity to grow. Your journey is still unfolding, and the masterpiece that is being created is far from finished. The most important thing you can do now is keep moving forward with faith, patience, and courage. Trust that the process has meaning even when you cannot see every detail. Trust that the foundation being built inside you will support the life you are meant to live. And remember that the seasons of uncertainty were never signs that you were alone. They were the quiet moments when the greatest work was taking place. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.